Yes, yes. Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. I done found me a place to chill at in the wilderness. No, actually, I stay back here. If you guys can see the apartment complex, but we have a little lake back here, so I like to come and connect with Mother Nature, talk to the birds, and chill. So this video is basically about us, you know, living in our lore actually, and we tend to ask questions why our third eye is not open and why we're not as spiritual as other people. Uh, there's a lot of things that we actually should be doing to open our third eye and to be able to connect with our ancestors. And if you're not doing all of those things completely, it's not going to work. It's almost like you're trying to start you got a car and a key, but you can't start the car without the transmission. Well, you can't start the car without the engine. It's like you're trying to put on some shoes with no arms. Basically, you're half-stepping. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things because we've been getting fed sugar all our life. So I'm gonna just tell you. Well, I'm gonna make this video for the people that's trying to open that third eye. First of all, our ancestors would not enter an unclean body. And when I mean an unclean body, I'm talking about as far as like marijuana, liquor, bad food, any type of drugs. Our ancestors don't want to touch us when we have those things in our body. A lot of people compromise with the marijuana. Oh, I'll just smoke regular weed with seeds in it. No, listen, that's not that's not gonna get it. You're not gonna reach your ancestors. You're not gonna open that third eye. Your body has to be clean eating, clean mind. We can't play with it. In order for you to receive your mission, in order for you to receive your purpose in life, you have to be clean. You have to get rid of any worldly addictions that we have, whether it's music, whether it's drugs, whether it's gossip, all of that. Just imagine our ancestors gossiping about something that Patrice did down the road on the Nile River, or something that somebody did in the Kush Valley. They didn't do things like that. So when we trying to get back to our ancestors and the original mind frame that our ancestors had for us, you have to be all the way clean. There's no playing around with it. Once you start playing around with it, they will leave you slowly. And trust me, when they leave you, you're going to be lost, like a lost puppy. If you're spiritually awoken, or if you call yourself woken, you're a strong individual. So that means when you're getting rid of habits and you going right back to it, have you ever heard the saying, a dog always go back to his vomit? Us as humans, we do the same thing. We tend to go back to things that comfort us. You see what I'm saying? And once we get to those things that comfort us, we like to stick with them. That's a big crutch in the African community, is comfort. We should never be comfortable with anything. Comfort is more so a mental thing. We feel as so certain things that we do comfort the fact of we feeling the way that we feel. It's mental. I used to smoke weed every day. I used to smoke at least like 10 or to 15 blunts a day. I used to smoke 3 blunts before I went to sleep. I don't smoke anything anymore. I would never go back to that. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do any of those things. And I'm still working on myself every day. I have a connection with my ancestors. I really do. It's very spiritual. You also can have the same. You just got to be real with yourself before you try to find a path. You have to find yourself first. In order for you to find yourself, you have to let go of those worldly things that's holding you from finding yourself. And like I said, it could be a number of things. It can be going out to clubs, it could be drinking, it could be gossiping, it could be all of those things. You know, those are things that wasn't meant for us. It was put on us, you know. So at the end of the day, if you plan on getting rid of those things and you plan on moving forward with your life, that's the next step that you should do. It shouldn't be no half-stepping. You have to do it, because guess what? When the time comes, no one is gonna half-step with us. It's gonna come and it's gonna go. Once it comes and it goes, it's over with. You might miss that train, you know? But I know a bunch of us, we're ready. You know, we're getting ready. We're preparing right now. So in order for you to prepare what your ancestors have in store for you, you have to cleanse yourself. You can go on one week you could do a one-day cleanse for a week. The next week do a 2-day cleanse. The next week do a 3-day cleanse. The 4th week do the 4-day cleanse. And then you can go back to eating. But when you go back to eating, make sure you're eating clean. Because if you're not eating clean, everything that you just did is for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I love you guys, and I just want everybody to experience the feeling that a lot of us have when it comes to us connecting to our ancestors. I don't worry about a lot of things that normal people worry about. I can give you a perfect example. I've been sitting in my apartment for about 2 days because something happened to my vehicle. Normally, I would have been stressed out about it, but it took 2 days for everything to come together. So I'll have my vehicle back fixed and ready Saturday. Right now, I'm staying, well, me and my dad have a nice apartment. My dad is sick, he's a little older, so I'm helping taking care of him. But he's getting a lot better, so right now, I'll be in the process of moving and getting me another spot and leaving my dad here. You see what I'm saying? You know, at first I worried about it because I didn't want to leave my dad by himself. But, you know, he's going to be good, and everything is working out the way it should. It's because I leave everything that I'm supposed to leave with my ancestors, I leave it with them. I don't worry about a lot of things, like I said, because when you worry, you block your signals from your ancestors connected to you. The word worry is took it from warrior. Like I said, you know, they mix everything up and make it into their own words. A warrior finds his own way. A warrior is more powerful than a soldier. A warrior can find his own way and make his own way and make things work his way. So I consider myself a warrior. I don't run under any general or anything like that, you know. Once you have that about yourself, anything that you come across as far as a problem, I don't even use that word. I use a challenge, because we do endure challenges throughout our life. But when you look at things as a challenge, and if you a challenger, you like to defeat those challenges. So I'm a challenger. I challenge my challenges. If you can understand what I'm saying. I don't worry about problems. Those are irrelevant. No feelings. Most of the time I am by myself because a lot of people are still living in a world where they're consumed by the matrix, mental Babylon. So a lot of times for me to protect my spirit and to protect who I am as an African male, I stay by myself. Temper doesn't exist, you know. I'm very calm. Those are things that my ancestors helped develop me, helped develop in me and pull it out of me. And the only way that happened is because I cleaned myself up, you know? So what I'm saying to you, if you clean yourself up, everything that you could possibly imagine or want is gonna happen for you. But you gotta make sure you're clean, man. You know, you gotta make sure you're not playing no games with the ancestors and wasting their time. Because once you waste their time, man, it's a hell of a, how can I put this? They don't like their time being wasted, and they'll show you that too. So don't play with this, you guys. Move forward in your life. If you've been touched and you've been woke, you're special. There's something about you. You have a mission. You just have to get it downloaded in your brain. But in order for your ancestors to download your mission, you have to clean that body. I just want everybody to experience the wonderful feeling of being free without any worries, problems, or anything. And once you have that feeling, you able to move forward, man. You able to better see your plan, your vision, and everything that our ancestors have for us. Because without our vision and our plan, we just a lost soul. We just sheeps out here wandering around, and wolves are going to eat you all the way up, you know? You don't want that. That's something you don't want. So at the end of the day, you know, we all have a mission to complete. We all have a mission in hand. In order for us to receive that mission in hand, we have to clean our body. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, you guys. I love y'all. Yes, yes. Peace.